Now on CUTV's Top of the Hour.
Campaign 08 continues as the Democratic Party gets some extra help. Even though Barack Obama has selected Senator Joe Biden as his running mate, the Clintons will be joining Obama on his campaign trail.
Plus, a homeless man is dead after police wrongly suspect the man of carrying a weapon. These stories and a preview of this weekend's movie releases, all next on Top of the Hour.
Democratic presidential candidate Barack Obama has already been hitting the campaign trail with his former competition, Hillary Clinton. Obama announced on The Late Show with David Letterman that former President Bill Clinton would also be joining the campaign for the next 8 weeks. Before Obama became the presidential candidate, Clinton portrayed him to be too inexperienced. After nearly a month of not speaking, Clinton offered to do whatever he could to help Barack Obama win. When asked by David Letterman if the former president would be offered a cabinet position, Obama compared the suggestion to offering Mickey Mantle to play for the Miners.
A California community in Inglewood, California is in uproar after police opened fire on a homeless man carrying a toy gun. Police shot Eddie Felix Franco 47 times after he appeared to reach for what turned out to be a toy gun in his waistband. Outraged residents turned up at a city council meeting to protest the fatal shootings. Council officials say the shooting was captured on police dash cam, but it's unknown whether or not the video will be released to the public. 8 officers were placed on administrative leave, and city council officials have ordered a review of training.
Wide receiver Chad Johnson is one of the flashiest players in the NFL. However, he still surprised his team, the Cincinnati Bengals, when he announced what he was changing on his jersey. The 8-year veteran wants to change his number 85 to spell out his alter ego, Ocho, Cinco, which means 85 in Spanish. The NFL has now made it clear to Chad Johnson that since he changed his name so close to the season, he would have to reimburse Reebok for the old Johnson jerseys. This means Johnson would be forced to buy out the stock of the 100,000 remaining jerseys before making the switch. Don't expect to purchase Ocho Cinco jerseys anytime soon. The total cost of the Johnson jerseys could reach up to $4 million.
A Virginia construction worker is dead after a partially built retail and residential building collapsed in a Richmond suburb. Emergency crews found the body of Scott Giordano about 6 hours after the collapse and continue to search for anyone else who might have been trapped. Dispatchers received reports that up to a dozen workers were inside when a 60-foot section came crashing down. Officials are still not sure what caused the collapse.
7-time champion Lance Armstrong has announced his return to the Tour de France. Armstrong turns 37 on September 18th and will be joining the Astana team in 5 road races, including next year's Tour de France. Lance Armstrong overcame testicular cancer after being diagnosed over 10 years ago. Along with his cycling experience, he has also run the New York and Boston marathons and is set to run the Chicago Marathon in October.
A 17-month-old boy is dead after his mother and her boyfriend physically abused him. The child, who cannot be named for legal reasons, was subjected to a course of increasing violence over many months at his home in North London. The baby was examined many times by doctors and was seen by a health visitor and social workers for 9 months. The child had many bruises to his face and body, suffered from 8 fractured ribs and a broken back that left him paralyzed. The boyfriend denies causing or allowing the death of the child, but the mother has admitted to the murder. The trial is expected to last up to 8 weeks.
Several new movies have the potential to be box office hits this weekend. Film geek Kyle Luders joins us now to talk more about A Righteous Kill, The Women, and Burn After Reading. Kyle, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cecilia. How you doing?
I'm ready to hear about some movies. I know you got the credibility for it.
Well, anyway, folks, the first movie we have this weekend is probably going to be the biggest one. It's Righteous Kill. It's got Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in it. These guys are 2 Academy Award winners. When you put one of them in the movie by themselves, Cecilio, it's a great movie.
Hey, imagine if you have both.
If you put both of them, you're going to have something great. Basically, what the story in this movie is, 2 detectives hunt a vigilante killer whose crimes resemble those of another killer they put behind bars a lot of years ago. It's about 1 hour and 48 minutes. It's rated R, but the Film Geek rating on this one, take a date, pay full price, and buy the popcorn and Coke. The next movie down is The Women. It's got Meg Ryan, Annette Bening, Eva Mendes, Jada Pinkett Smith. And basically, Meg Ryan's character is a woman who has it all. She has a successful fashion designer job, a beautiful 11-year-old daughter, a handsome husband, and she comes home one day and finds him cheating on her with Eva Mendes' character.
Well, I mean, Eva Mendes could steal anybody's boyfriend, let me tell you.
She's got that power. But anyway, this is kind of a movie, for the women, kind of demographic and stuff like that. It's about 2 hours long. It's rated PG-13. It looks good enough that I would take a date, pay full price, and buy the popcorn and Coke on that one. And the last one we got is Burn After Reading.
This is the George Clooney, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, this is another big guns. This is kind of a theme we're seeing this weekend. We got De Niro and Pacino on one. We got Pitt and Clooney in another one. But Burn After Reading's about a CIA guy who writes his memoirs, and he's played by John Malkovich. And he leaves them sitting somewhere, and 2 gym teachers, and that's who Pitt and Clooney play, find it, and they plan to exploit it. And we do have a clip of that movie today.
Osborne Cox. Who am I speaking to? What you're engaged in is blackmail.
I'm a mere good Samaritan who...
Give me the CD or bust the money!
I've been working on a cocktail called
Not gonna go off, is it?
Well, let's get in the other room and find out.
Oh.
You're part of a league of morons.
You can be a spy too, madam.
I am very surprised you did not give us that reward.
What is it?
What is it? Yes.
That's fantastic.
We definitely have some box office hits on our hands. So what's coming up for the end of the month and the next upcoming months?
End of the month, Cecilia, we got Eagle Eye coming out. We took a look at that one on Monday's Film Geek Show. It's got Shia LaBeouf and Michelle Monaghan in it. That one looks pretty good. We got a couple of good movies coming out in October. I forgot to mention there's an animated comedy in Igor coming out next weekend. That should be another good one. But probably the biggest movie of the fall season, November 14th. They moved it back a week, but Daniel Craig is back as James Bond. We're going to have Quantum of Solace. That's going to be a big movie. And then after that, we're going to get into the Christmas season, get some holiday movies in there, and it's going to be pretty good. So we're going to have a good season this year at the box office.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Kyle. Make sure you check out the Film Geek as well on our CUTV programming. Back to you, Brooke.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Top of the Hour. Log on to youtube.com and watch this show, as well as many others, including Film Geek and our brand new sports show, In the Huddle. Just type in CUInternetTV and you'll see all our CUTV programming. If you're on campus, tune in at the top of the hour, every hour. I'm Brooke Whiteley. We'll see you next time.